This is ironic. I've just had a nightmare stay. Well, in a room. Sorry, I was going to say something else. In a room here in Jeonju, and I love Jeonju, and I've had great accommodation here before, and I've had great accommodation in Korea on this sort of almost 2 months trip, and in my 15 years of coming here, mostly good accommodation. But this is kind of a bit of a, oh, I don't know. What's the word? Well, it's cold. It's cold in here, and so is my accommodation. And although the room was generally nicely laid out and styled, it was cold. It's cold, and I'm on my last night tonight, and I've been having this dispute with the owner, or the host. I'm trying to film this here in the kind of Hanok Village area, just because I saw that ice, and I've just recorded a video walking around here. I didn't want to intrude on people too much, because that's not the way to do things. Whee! I just tripped. And let's just talk a bit about it. But basically, I'm a bit ill now, got a funny throat, and maybe a head cold coming on, I don't know. Hopefully not. And it could be as a result of a cold room. But I've just been talking to AirBnB about this, trying to get somewhere, talking to the host, and they've been really not nice. The words they use, and apparently they've also used these words to other people that have mentioned the heat, or the lack of heat. Yes, it's May now. We're a couple of days into May, but that's not hot. And at night time, it's cold. And in the daytime it's cold. Well, generally, okay, today it's a nice day. Yesterday it was cold and wet. And I'm just venting really, because it's been shit. There you go. It's been shit. But it hasn't. My stay, I love Jeonju. I've been here a few times in the past. Been to Jeonju film festivals a few times. And it's just... it ruined it for me, really. I haven't seen many films. I've had the 2 or 3 films or so, or the talks I've seen have been good, and I'm glad I saw them. Met a couple of directors and all that, but the accommodation, the person's been treating me like some sort of insect or some, subhuman person, and I feel like maybe they're used to students staying, or young people staying, and they feel like they can just tell them to wear more clothes in bed. And it's not even the bed that's the issue. It's the room itself. Because if your room is cold, it's cold. Being in bed and keeping warm is one thing, but I don't want to stay in bed all the time I'm in the room. And your head is still getting cold anyway. So I kind of thought I'd just randomly film bits of this, as I walk out of it, and just talk a bit about my stay, because I've shortened my stay. I think, well, pretty much decided that it's not going to be 7 nights, it's going to be 5. Go back to Seoul tomorrow. Oh God, that did frighten me for a bit. Although in Thailand, where I reside a lot of the time, there is rats. And they exist in London. It's not just Thailand, God. It's not just Southeast Asia that's rats. They're everywhere in the world, really. Or they would be if they're not, I hate to say taken care of, but it depends. Maybe they should be taken care of, or maybe we shouldn't take care of them and get rid of them. But you know what I mean. We look at animals in different ways. And I have felt a bit like an animal on this stay. And I've been upset because the responses I've had from the host have been you just don't say what they've been saying. Now, Airbnb has a translation thing built in, and that's probably a bit of the problem, but the tone of the host, who's telling me to ignore it, it's non-refundable, and I understand it's non-refundable, but I can't enjoy going back to a room that's cold. I'm also a skinny person. Now, that doesn't matter. Underfloor heating is commonplace in Korea. We're going to go through a noisy place here. So I'll try and talk over or talk in a minute. We're doing silk toilets. And yeah, so it's been, look at these fans. Not my biggest fan. And I've not been a big fan of this accommodation. But as I say, it looks good. The place looks good. And I'm sure in the summer it's good. I'm going to have to put this to a close, or at least stop talking while I walk out. Yeah, I'll stop talking while I walk out of here and I'll carry on in a second. Had a nice smoothie here. Felt like being in Thailand again. Look at this, look. Lanterns remind me of Thailand or Chiang Mai, and so does this. Reminds me of a couple of cafes in Chiang Mai. And this looks like an old cinema. Gukjang. No, wait a minute. Let me read that properly. Let's turn it around. Gukjang, yes. So it's like a cinema. How did they get up there? I didn't even know. Oh yeah, you can go upstairs. I didn't realise you can go on the roof. So I'm going to go back up. This is not very professional, but it's just an on the fly video. Let's quickly go upstairs. Sorry. Ah. Sorry, Verney. I didn't know there was another floor. Or, wait a minute. Oh, I see. Why? Oh, looks like Samuel Nori things. Oh yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. I'm going to talk a bit, but mostly have a look, because I haven't seen this upstairs bit. There's an ancient air conditioning thing here. Just joking. Oh, look at this. I've been to Jeonju, I don't know, 2 or 3 times in the last 15 years. Oh wow, look at this. Very realistic. You could say it's only really decades ago, a lot of this stuff, because Korea's changed a lot. There's still poverty in Korea, no matter if it's hidden or not, there's still poverty. And depends what you call poverty. There's homelessness, there's people that are struggling, living in, I mean, come on, but you've probably seen Parasite. I mean, that's you know, it shows how some people live, even if it's a fiction film, there is poverty in places. But I was just saying that because, you know, some of these things that you see, or some of these houses and hanoks, this is how people used to live. And obviously even then there's the elite, there's the poor. Oh, I'm glad I stumbled across this now, because I saw that little ramp and I didn't realise it went up, and I can go up again in a sec. So yeah, I'm venting a bit about this accommodation. The person's been talking to me like I'm in a middle age. Oh, I don't know how old I am. A few decades. I'm not going to give my age away in here, although it's no secret to some people. Of course, to some people or a few people, or to lots of people. I'm not shy about telling people my age. Anyway, but it felt like the accommodation I'm staying in is like it suddenly. As soon as it turns from March to April, they just turn off the underfloor heating. I'm well aware that Korea, 90% of places, old or new, have, underfloor heating. And it was off. Now, fair enough, but I should be able to put it on. I was freezing. There's a nice desk in the room, a little desk, whether it's a dressing table or a desk to do your work. But I didn't want to, I just can't face standing, I can't face staying in the room. It's just too, it's too cold. I just want to get in. Of course, it's a little bit, it's not so bad as soon as you get in because you've been inside, you've been outside, it's probably a little bit colder. As I say, it's fine now, but in a couple of hours the temperature will drop. But they seem to think that just it's not winter anymore, so that means it's summer. No, seasons do not work like that. And the woman I said woman and man, I don't know who it is, but the accommodation, perhaps I'll leave a description, or maybe I'll even write an article about this awful, Korea's great, I love Korea, but I'm just documenting what's been happening, and I didn't need it. I wanted to enjoy the film festival, which I have, but not only a third of really what I would have done, probably. Because it's played on my mind too much, I couldn't enjoy a film, or an event. So, okay, I think I'm going to walk down now, but I'm just venting, as I said, and, it's spoiled this Jeonju part of the trip, but I will say, Gwangju, Mokpo, Jeonju, Busan. Well, Mokpo was because of my film screening, but these cities I chose because of what was happening, and also like the film festival happening here, but also to fill in time until my flight. Because really, look at this. Because really, I was going to spend a month in Korea after my video art was on display in Seoul, amongst other great artists and filmmakers. Well, no, but artists mainly. I think mine was one of two video art pieces, visual things. I mean, video visual, Verney video visual, if you want to use my name. But one of two other video arts, and. There's more lantern type things up here, and yeah, like it was. My month was instead of being 1 month, the Mokpo wanted to show my feature film, the Sewol Ferry documentary, and I filled in the time because the flights in April were way too expensive to go back to. Well, my next stop is UK, see some family. And it was just, I like seeing things like this on the roof. Yeah, it was just, May was better, so go home in May. Let's just do this. Right, battery's probably running low now. Oh, it was anyway, but okay, let's try and meander down the stairs. Just capture a bit of this. Okay. Oh, noisiness coming. The kids. Oh, I thought that was people then. And young here. Oh, no. Okay. So I'm going to walk out. I'll just walk on. If I can, I'll keep this running until I walk out to the street. And I'll stop. Interesting area. It's a holiday today in Korea. It's a Monday. I mean, it's a bit like England. We have May Day, or we have, May bank holiday, but this is different. Is it Children's Day today, or maybe that's tomorrow? And let's just video out the front. And I'm going to stop it here and enjoy myself and find some food. It's different food. They do food in there, but I didn't want that. Okay, that's it. See ya.